You know, I think the mercy rule should be applied when it comes to these video blogs. I can't believe I have another, 5 of these things to do before the season is over. Because let's face it, Toronto FC sucks. The team absolutely sucks. How you doing, everybody? Tim here once again. View from the South Stands, coming to you on Monday after TFC's latest, not loss, but it certainly felt like a loss, a draw. Conceded late at home to the Philadelphia Union, a team that Toronto FC had really no reason dropping points to on Saturday. For those of you counting at home, that's 12 times this season that Toronto FC has conceded points late on goals that they've given up in the last 15 minutes of games in Major League Soccer. So in 30 games, 29 games, roughly almost a third of those games they've conceded points late. Whether that's a combination of what I like to call suckage, or whether that's a combination of a lack of heart or determination, whether that's a combination of all of those things thrown in with some selective managerial incompetence. Take your pick as to what the actual reason for it is, but it's simply not good enough. And that's all I have to say about the game. Because I found myself leaving the game on Saturday, one of the 15,000 and change that was announced by the team. I found myself leaving the game on Saturday, and I wasn't angry. I didn't really care anymore, to be perfectly candid with you. That was an absolute shock. Because I do care about this team. I care about it a great deal. I write about the team. I blog about the team. I do these videos after almost every game. I go to every game. I've missed like 2 home games in 6 years. I'm a season ticket holder. I plan on remaining one going into 2013. But I left the game on Saturday and it was water off a duck's back. I'm just basically inured to this now. I'm used to the fact that we suck. I'm used to the fact that we blow leads late, and I'm just not surprised or maybe even angry about it anymore. I'm disappointed, but I'm not angry. And I think that's probably the one thing that me as a fan is probably most concerned about right now is the apathy surrounding the fan base for this team. 15,600 and change was the announced attendance on Saturday. That was disappointing. Not really surprising, but disappointing, considering that this is where the team actually finds itself right now. And there's only 2 more home games to go, by the way, in October, which I expect to be even more sparsely occupied than the one that we saw on Saturday. I could literally, again, for 2 games in a row, I could stretch out on seats in the south end of the stadium and take a nap if I wanted to. Like seats 5, 6, 7 in a row, completely empty and deserted for the entire game. Which brings me to the 2 things really that I want to talk about today more than anything else. The first one is I want to relay a story for you from a really good friend of mine, Scotty. Scotty runs TFCPicks.com. You've heard me mention about this site before, and you may already be aware of it. It's a photo repository. He's been, and I've put a few photos up there as well. He's been documenting his TFC experience via photography pretty well since day one, and he's literally posted thousands of photos online that people can look at and share. Doesn't make any money from it. It's all completely, just a labor of love for him. He wants to do it to share those photos and those images with other fans for free. And he's got a nice camera, a pretty high-end one. It's kind of semi-professional gear, which to the letter of the law is not really something that they like to see in the stands, and that's okay. So what he did is he went to Paul Byrne, the manager of business operations for the team, and got special dispensation to bring it in. It has a letter to that effect, has had minimal problems bringing the camera in. It doesn't bother anybody else. It's not a problem. And it's something that, to Paul's credit, he's allowed him to do. So he goes to gate 1 on Saturday, and is told, no, you can't come into gate 1 with that camera, you got to go to gate 3. So he goes to gate 3 down the other end of the stadium, and they say, no, we can't let you in with the camera. It had to go up 3 levels before a supervisor came to actually address the issue. And even then, the supervisor just waved them in and wouldn't even acknowledge the fact that he had a letter from the team giving him dispensation to do what it was that he was doing. I really lament for this team when you start hassling your most ardent supporters in a stadium about 30% empty on a game that doesn't matter, when he's there actually, doing good for the team, doing good for the fans. I've always thought, that the team, to their credit, for the most part, gets the business end of things right off the field, and obviously has gotten it horribly wrong on the field since day one. And I've always kind of given the club the benefit of the doubt when it comes to, to off-field issues, when it comes to fan relations and such. That just felt really arbitrary, really stupid, and completely unnecessary on Saturday. And I really hope that somebody at the team is watching this today, and I hope that you take these lessons to heart. You don't go out of your way to piss off an already pissed off fan base, people. You don't do that. You try to accommodate people. You try to help people, and you try to make sure that your most ardent, most fervent, evangelical, for want of a better term, supporters aren't pushed away because some of your security people, are not singing from the same hymn book as everybody else. The other thing I want to talk about is something I talked about in my last video, and I want to reiterate it here for emphasis. TFC, you have to come out with a price decrease this week, and it has to be more than cosmetic. There's been grievous harm done to your brand this season, to your franchise, to your long-term profitability. You have to get the pricing right. The quality of soccer that could probably support the prices that people are currently paying right now, or dare I even say it, God forbid, an increase, is simply not there. And going into 2013, giving us some spin as to, the good times are just a season away, feels like complete bullshit to me. And I really hope that the reason why the club hasn't announced 2013 season seat renewal prices as of yet is that I really hope that there's a significant debate going on within Toronto FC and within Maple League Sports and Entertainment, MLSE, and maybe even MLS, I don't know, to actually find out the right way to actually implement a price decrease. Because there has to be something given back to the fans. There has to be some acknowledgement in a tangible way, other than some mea culpas at a town hall meeting. There has to be some tangible evidence that you guys get it, and that you know you screwed up, and that you know that it's going to take more than just platitudes to bring fans back. You've got to eat some of your profit margins. You've got to put money back in your customers' pockets, especially customers who've had seats since day one, who've had to put up with, 12 times this season where TFC has conceded points late on goals conceded in the last 15 minutes. That's just one of a litany of on-field crimes that the team actually has to atone for. So I really hope that everybody joins me in doing what I'm going to do today, which is actually email my ticket rep and state that, listen, we're anxiously awaiting news about season seat renewals, and we truly, truly hope, for the sake of the club, that you actually take our voices seriously and that you do a significant across-the-board reduction in season seat prices, because something has to give. That's it. More to follow on the blog this week. I'll have another video up on Sunday, most likely after TFC's game in Los Angeles, which, we've played some decent games in LA, surprisingly, even when we've sucked over the last few years, whether it be Cunningham beating them, whether it be Alan Gordon scoring late, whether it be the Champions League. We seem to do pretty well against LA in LA, so who knows, even when we suck, so who knows, we could pull a rabbit out of our ass and actually win on Saturday. Not holding my breath or anything, but who knows, it might happen indeed. I want to thank you very much for watching. I always appreciate your patronage, and we'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Cheers.